Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody can see me okay. I'm just finishing getting everything together for today's workout. So today, second part of the workout, you might need to use, or you will need to use either a weight or some sort of bands would be really, really useful. I can give you some variations so that we go through it. First half of the workout, you don't really need anything. But we are going to do some jiu-jitsu kind of related moves. All right. But we'll get into that in a minute. For now, let's just go through a little bit of a basic warm-up. Start loosening everything off. So first thing, just rolling the hips side to side. Okay. As you can see, it is just myself today. Chelsea's got another appointment at around, I think, 10 or 10:30 or something like that. So she can't be here. Let's just keep alternating those hips. Don't go too fast. Nice. Okay, spin the legs behind. We're going to do some cats and cows. Okay, just round that spine. Drop it through. Just take that time. Okay, you're going to go onto your hands here. You're going to push back through your toes, go into our downward dog position. Okay, and then you're going to come forwards over your hands, and you're going to use your hands to push back. So drive through the shoulders. Just keep replicating that movement. As you can probably still hear, I'm still super stuffy. This hay fever this year is really kicking my ass. Drive it through the shoulders. Nice. Good. Okay. Now take one leg up towards the ceiling. Open out the hip. And then go towards your front elbow. Again, up to the ceiling. And then in towards your nose. Lightest touch there. Bring it back up. Add a trust to your far elbow. And then one more time, all the way up. And then all the way through. Try and step your hand through. So we're going to be in this lunge position. Okay, thoracic rotations. Rotate the upper half of your torso one direction. And then to the other. Just run through it a few times. We're going to do a half split and lunge. So pull back and then press forwards. Just trying to warm up, so you don't need to go super deep in these stretches. Nice. Okay. You can come into a wide hip stance here. Okay, well, first thing we're going to do is just going to sink our hips back, and then you can bring it back up. Same thing. Just trying to set the hips back a little bit. Open them out in a different way. So it's like we're doing a really deep squat. Okay, we're just straightening out the legs, dropping them back through. Nice. Okay, now pull into your Cossack. Don't go super low. So we're just going to transfer from one side to the other. Keep those hips back. Remember, don't let that supporting knee, like a real tendency on my right leg, might need to collapse in. So keep it over the toes. And just transfer from one side to the other. Remember, hips back, not leaning forwards. Okay, so hips back into it. That's the other side. And then turn front ways. Low push-up position. Okay, you can rest on the ground, untuck your toes, engage your back, look up towards the ceiling, and then press with the arms. Just hold for a second. And then we're going to repeat this process on the other side. Untuck those toes, push back and drive back. Okay, move the feet in if necessary. Okay, try and keep those index fingers grounded. Left leg up towards the ceiling. And to your elbow. Bring it up. And all the way through to that nose. And then over. Right arm. One more time. And then bring it all the way through. Try and step it between thoracic rotations. Go up towards the ceiling one side and the other. And just keep rotating. Nice. Half splits and lunge. So back knee down, untug the toes, front leg back, and lunge into it. Again, just trying to warm up. So you're not trying to go super deep in anything. Nice. Okay. Over to, what do we call this? This position, whatever this position is, you can go over to this position. This time I want you to go legs a little bit closer. Okay, and you're gonna drive those legs straight. Try and sit down nice and low. Drive those legs straight, and then sit down nice and low. Okay, just keep it going from here. So this is a bootstrap. Nice, take the legs back out. We're going to our Cossack again. Just moving from one side to the other. Remember, hips go back first. Nice, turn front into a plank. Low push-up position, untuck the toes, and then arch up. Go into up dog. Or you can stay in your cobra as well. This is too much. And then pull back into your down dog and relax from that. That should have got you a little bit more, a little bit looser, ready to go. So the workout today, let me pull it up. 1 second. Okay, so we've got knee slide switches. We've done these many, many times. It's a bit like a squat thrust. So we've got to do 15 of them. So we're going to start in this position. We're going to jump our legs back and forwards. That'll be 1. So when we're here, try to have a good posture. Jump straight back and forwards. That's our first one. Second one is step ups. So we're going to be in this position. And we're going to step those feet up. Okay. This one you can't add a weight. So if you want to hold on to a weight, you can either do it here and then stand up with the weight and drop it back down, or you can keep the weight up the entire time and squat up from there. That's going to really increase the workout. And then we have a sequence, okay, of 4 movements. So we're going to bridge up, shrimp back, go to a turtle, and sit through. Again, you should end up facing the opposite direction. So you're going to bridge high as you can, shrimp, leg goes out straight, I come up to a turtle, I'm going to post up and sit through. That 4 movements is 1 rep, okay? So it's a lot more jiu-jitsu based workout, this first part. Again, the ladder is 15 to 1. So you've got to do 15 reps of everything and then 14, etc., etc. And the goal is to do it as fast as possible. All right. If you want to use a dummy for your knee slide switches, you can. I might just no, wait. I'm not going to because I don't want to. Right, let's get it going. That's a bit too high. So I'm going to do my best to remember how to count. I always have counting problems, but we'll see what we can do. All right, so 15 knee slide switches first. Let's start in that press up position. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Step up to next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. So now we do 14s. 1, 2, 3, 6. Step ups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Whew. Okay, 14s are done. On to 13s. You can do this against the wall if you want to work your posture as well. It's not very exciting for you looking at my back there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. 12s. 5 minutes done.
Elevens. Whew.
step ups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 10s. Okay, we're going up to 8 minutes in. Whew. So it's going to get a little bit easier. So you want to start going faster. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoop. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go inside, I was bridging. 5, 6, 8, 9. I did 1 too many. We're supposed to do 9. 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. That's too many again. That was 9. Got to work on my counter. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7,
8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Time is gone. Oh, coming up to 12 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Three, 4, 6, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Try to still make this explosive. 3, 4. 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forgot what I was doing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 4. 3s. 1, 2, 3, 14 minutes. 2, 3, 2, 1. 14:45. Okay, I'm gonna leave that time just going for a second. So that's the time you're gonna record, however fast you did it. So I got 14:45. Took me about, took me 14 minutes and 45 seconds. That's how long it took me. So good little workout. Feel pretty tired, which is nice. It's kind of what we want, isn't it? Okay. So next thing that we want to do, we're going to do the part 2 of the workout. We've got a couple of things that we need to talk about. First is banded good mornings. So a typical good morning, let me step back a little bit. So you're going to start here, knees relatively soft. You're just going to drop forwards, keep a good flat back, and then power up. You can do that with a dumbbell or a kettlebell or a dumbbell or any weight. Okay, you just rack it behind your shoulders here. Same thing, and drop it forward. We are doing quite a high volume, so I'd recommend probably not using a very heavy weight, particularly if you're new to this. Or another option that you have is doing it with a band, okay? So you're gonna put the band up over your shoulders here, okay? You tread on it, and then we do the same thing. So I'm gonna drop down and power up. Okay, really important If you want to hold on to this to take a little bit of the pressure off your neck, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so you can drop it down, hold, and that'll take a little bit of the pressure off. Just make sure you've got a good flat back the whole time when we're doing it. So our first one. Then we've got glute bridges. You know, we've done these a lot. Singular. So from here, up onto the heels, drive the hips up, really engage them. If you want to add some height, you can. And then the last one is zombie walks. Okay, so we've got 10 each side. This is really going to depend on your space. So you can either do it step and follow, and it should be that my legs stay kind of shoulder width apart. So I step and follow like that, or you can do it as a step out, step out, step out, but keep the band at some sort of tension when you do this. Okay, that's important. You don't want to bring it too close together. So we're just going to raise this up a little bit. If only my baby monitor reached like another meter or two, would be perfect. All right, so we've got 20 of everything. So 20 banded good mornings, 20 glute bridges, and then 10 per side of the zombie walk. So 20 in total on that. But let's get it going. If you don't have a band, you can use a weight. If you want to, don't have a band around the legs, you can just go into the squat position and step out. But I would drastically increase the reps on that as well. So I'd go a lot higher, or you can use like pushing out against like a weight or a medicine ball, anything along those lines will work. So you're engaging and firing those quads. All right, so let's get it going. This is a 5-minute AMRAP, so I need to set up a timer. So try to do as many rounds as you can in 5 minutes. I'm going to use my simple timer for today because I can. So we're going to go in 9 seconds because that'll give me enough time to hopefully set the band up. Okay, so we've got 20 of these. Glute bridges. So really try and fire the hips, heels dragged in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can also put a band across your lap, hold it down. To get a little bit more resistance, up to you. Zombie walks next. So I got a little bit of space. Guess I could have left that around my feet as well. That is not in the right place. You can just use the weight across your hips for the bridges. It's going to make it more challenging again. Remember, really fly the glutes on those, okay? Your butt cheeks. Squeeze your butt cheeks, okay? Really make it challenging. Two hands down. Don't know how long's left because my phone keeps turning off. So, I've done 20 seconds to go. And that's time. Okay. So I got 3 rounds on that. Obviously, you can play around with it a little bit, but it's really about like firing those glutes a lot throughout that whole circuit. So you fire them when you do the good mornings, same when you do the bridges, and then the same when you do the zombie walks as well. The outside of your glute should be like a toiga. Yeah, as one of my friends used to say. All right, guys, so now finishing up, we have our last thing we got to do, which is our sit-ups. Okay, we're coming up to 33 minutes. So remember our goal, 100 sit-ups. Ideally, we're doing total sit-ups, but you can choose it, variation if you want. The reason I'm doing total sit-ups is because it gives you a good range throughout the whole abs. And there's some nice targets you can work for as well. Yesterday, I managed it in 2:21. So my goal today is to match that or try and beat it by 1 second. Okay, if I do that, it'll be a successful day. So, catch your breath a moment. I'm going to start my timer off. And 3, 2, 1, go. Easy. 210 today. Ow. Okay, the goal by the end of this, under 2 minutes. I hit 50 exactly on the minute mark. So I think it's possible. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys just keep going for a second. If you finish, just lay in this kind of very casual cobra pose. We're gonna spend a little bit of time stretching out our glutes. Just because we've really worked them quite a lot. So we're gonna stretch out the butt cheeks. They can be tricky to stretch in all honesty, but there's a few things that we can do. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, really simply, we're going to go into a cross leg pose here. Well, kind of modified cross leg, so my feet are just stacked one on top of the other. Let me see if I can show you guys. They're like that. I'm not underneath, just relax. Keep your hips on the ground and then just sink forwards. Okay, again, try round, like create space in your stomach, round. Okay, so we're going as low as we can and then drop that head. Keep the hips touching the ground though. We don't want to rock forwards to try and get our head closer. Some of you might just be laying out flat on the ground. That's all good. Okay, switch it over to the other leg. Same thing. Remember, inhale, create space in your stomach, and then just drop forwards. So for me, on the other side, I didn't really feel much of a stretch except in my lower back. When we come to this side, it's starting to get like the outside of my hip. Yeah, because that's obviously where the tightness is when I'm on this side. So I'm here, and it's there that I'm getting it. Okay, on the other side, it was right in the center of my back. Just breathe, catch your breath. Or not breathe, just relax your breath, sorry. You can kind of wiggle around a little bit, move around. If you get any cramping, just stretch your leg off. Okay, and come back. Okay, now we're going to go into what do we call it? Half Lord of the Fishes, I think it was. So we're here with this cross leg position. All right. You can just hug onto your own leg, keep your chest up. And you should feel this kind of start to stretch. Again, for me, it's coming around here into the glutes. Okay, just create a little bit of space here. Bring this leg out as much as you can. So it's almost stacked one on top of the other, and just sit in this position. So where we're supporting our weight a little bit more on our foot, now we've got this more of a cross-legged pose here. Okay, just relax, keep your chest up. It's going to give you just a slightly different stretch, which is kind of what we want. Like so now this has traveled, it's a little bit higher up, so it's more up into my hip. You're coming around the front of my torso. Okay, switch it to the other side. In fact, sorry, we'll go into the 90-90 stretch. So we're going to go here, and then we'll go all the way onto the other side. All right, so 90-90 position. Lift your stomach up, so take a big deep breath in, and then try and go your belly first, leaning forwards, then your ribs. Okay, then your chest, and then the last thing is the head's going to go down. Yeah, so we're really trying to keep a long spine. Nice, then come back up. Now we're gonna lean over to the side. You wanna get a relatively straight line between your shoulder and your knee, and I want you to imagine pushing your knee away, and you're gonna reach the other hand up first, and then start to rotate it down. So I'm not just staying sideways on, I'm trying to get my chest just slightly rotated, but I have to keep driving that knee away at the same time. Okay, this will stretch out your QL, okay, which can get really, really tight. You're also gonna feel it into the front of your, well, for me, it's gonna be my right hip. It should be quite a gentle stretch. And then relax, come back up. So we're gonna switch the other leg in front. First one, half Lord of the Fishes. So we're here, foot planted. You can hug onto the knee. If you want to start rotating around, you can. But I'm just trying to focus on this hip more than anything else today. Okay, and the same thing as we did before. Just try and move that leg out. We can create a little bit of space for us to kind of sit in. Try and get that hip towards the ground. You feel a slightly different stretch on this side. If it hurts, just ease off. Or you can just start to lean over towards that butt cheek. Good. Now take that leg, bring it all the way behind you. So we're into our 90-90 position. Try and get a straight line from your knee to your hip and across to the other side. Elongate your spine. With a big deep breath in and go lean forwards, belly first. Okay, then down to your ribs and all the way down. Last thing, you can drop. But you want to stay nice and long. Good, come up onto your forearm. So again, we're looking for a straight line down this side here. Extend, try and push your knee away. We're gonna reach up first, okay, and then just slowly start to rotate down. Okay, if you cramp, just come out of it. And right now I'm cramping my ribs on this side, on my right side. So you might just want to ease it off a little bit. Remember, really try to push that leg away. Good. Relax there. And you are done, guys. Okay, so anybody that's a member of our group, so either Escapology Online or Rolling Dojo tonight, we got Jez coming in to do a stretch and strength session, a mobility for jiu-jitsu session. Really good sessions. I've benefited from them a lot, even though we're only doing them maybe once a week or once. I'm maybe doing an extra session as well. But they're really, really useful. So that I'll send out the code later today. So anybody in our groups will get those, get access to that. Make it if you can. Mobility is super important, particularly as you get older. You know, it's going to help protect your joints, take away a lot of the pain of injuries and stuff like that. So the more supple you can be, the better. All right. So it's well worth doing it. And if you're just starting out in jiu-jitsu, it's well worth investing that time now so that you have a longer career. You get to train longer, enjoy the sport for much longer as well. I personally didn't. I used to just jump into training. It was idiotic, and I pay the price for it now. Okay, I get a lot of injuries, a lot of pain, a lot of continual pain. So it's not something that you want to be able to do. Okay, so if I could go back and tell my younger self one thing, it's warm up and spend time working your mobility, working your flexibility, strengthening your range of movement. Okay, it will benefit you no end. All right, guys. So great session today, and I'll talk to you guys soon.